to calm that nasty girl inside of you. All right? You just can't be letting your freaky dick run wild out here. She's gonna have you looking crazy.
Hi, welcome back to my channel, and I just want to quickly give you some tips on how to gain sexual discipline. Once you have discipline as a person, you find that you're able to apply that discipline in other areas of your life. And sometimes the best way to work on your discipline is to start by your sexual urges. How do you curb your sexual appetite, your sexual desires? I know that for men, it's going to be extremely hard. And I feel, this is just my personal opinion, that as a man, once you mastered your sexual desires and your sexual discipline, I feel like as a man, you are absolutely unstoppable. Period. There is nothing that you can't accomplish. Once you get your sexual urges and desires under control and you've mastered that, oh, by all means, you are crowned. All right. But if you're someone that's not quite there, man or woman, and you need need little tips and tricks to help you get along your way to mastering sexual discipline with yourself. The first is going to be, you cannot masturbate, male or female. Is absolutely null and void. Don't do it. And some people, they have the idea that when they become celibate, in order to help them get over the urges and the humps, they use masturbation to curb their desires. When actually, my opinion, my belief, what I think is that it actually kind of makes it worse. Because when you have an idea in your head, thoughts become things. And whatever idea or sexual fantasies that you're playing out in your mind, most likely you're going to, when you have the opportunity, you're going to act on it. If you continue to, that's just the way energy flows and how things go. Thought becomes motion, and things and energy or whatever. So anyway, yeah, you gotta cut out and completely nip it in the bud. You gotta go cold turkey. I mean, eventually you're going to get over the hump, and the day one is not going to seem as worse as day 5, and day 5 is not going to seem as worse as day 10 or day 30. And it actually takes about 30, I would say 30, studies show 30 to like 66 days or 30 to 90 days for form a habit or to break a habit. So yeah. Dirty movies, that's going to get cut as well. You cannot have sexual images being put into your mind if you are trying to gain resistance towards your sexual tendencies or urges. So that means that no dirty movies at all, including even when you watch shows has a lot of dirty scenes in it. You can't watch shows like that. You cannot watch P Valley and don't get no tingle anywhere. Okay, you can't watch shows like that. All right, so basically this is leading into cutting out the temptation. So when you cut off the dirty movies, when you cut off the dirty shows or whatever, you're ultimately trying to you're nipping the temptation around you. And the best thing to do is to nip all temptation. Usually if you're trying to gain sexual control or your own sexual desires or sexual discipline, that usually means that you kind of sometimes you have to go on the journey alone until you're able to master it. So you cannot be in a sexual relationship with someone, and then you all of a sudden talking about, I'm giving up sex, girl. You can't get this D no more. And you think that person's going to be all right with it. Like, unless you two have discussed that prior and you both have the same values and goals or whatever, like, I don't really see that going over too well with somebody. that you taking away the vitamins or the cookies. So this might be a decision that you have to do in your single life. And the best way to gain discipline is to do it while you're single. While you're single, you have the ability to experiment with everything. And and I mean experiment in a positive way, not experiment to your little dirty heart's desire. Okay? So yeah, so you just gotta gain discipline within yourself with your desires. Nip temptation in the bud. Okay. If you are dating, if you're a man and you're dating a woman or whatever, be mindful of where you two are hanging out at, where you two are going. Okay. If things could get hot and heavy. All right. Be mindful of where you placing your hands. For women, the tips are going to be the same as I stated before. Also, you got to do things. You got to do things to be able to calm that nasty girl inside of you. All right. You just can't be letting your freaky dick run wild out here. She's gonna have you looking crazy. All right. And also, when you see that where there's an escape for temptation, so like let's say you're out on a date with this amazing guy or whatever, and he says, "Oh well, I have to stop by my house real quick. You want to come with me?" And you're like, "Sure, I'll just wait in the car." Kind of like want to do things just to close the gates of temptation, and that's if you're not that strong. Who knows? Everybody is tempted by different things, and yeah, I just think for women it's just a lot more easier to gain sexual discipline if you actually want to. That's the main thing. You have to want to. All right. To gain discipline is you're not just gonna say, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna give this up." Just like you have to know the reason why you're doing it if it's to actually gain discipline and to get strong. And you have to be clear with what's going to be the benefit for you, what's going to be the end result for you. All right. And once you get clear on that, then hey, it's all smooth sailing, baby. Right? Not to say that you're never gonna get tempted or never gonna get hot and heavy or whatever, because it's natural. We're all human. But these are just tips and tricks to help you over your little hump, So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informative. And I will chat with you soon. Okay? Bye.